Thank you, Willard.
You do.
Thank you so much.
Very happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here, Will. What are we going to talk about today?
You know, and I'm just happy.
Good.
What's going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great start to your morning. So let's go ahead and dig into the issue. And today we're going to be talking about Jada Pinkett actually coming clean in regards to the relationship that she had with August. So Jada decided to bring herself to the red table after August went on to Angela Yee's podcast and basically snitched and said that Will gave him his blessing to actually be with his wife. Now, August said that this took place when Will and Jada decided to no longer be romantically involved and that their relationship had transitioned to actually being life partners versus being in a traditional marriage. Now, when this information hit the fan, both camps of Will and Jada's actually denied these accusations, only to find out last night when Jada brought herself to the red table that it was evident that August told no lies. Well, let me take that back, because Will and Jada both deny that Will actually gave August his blessing to be with his wife. Now, I don't know if Will and Jada are trying to save their image. I don't know if Will is telling the truth about that situation or if August is actually telling the truth. You can't doubt August because it seems that he was telling the truth about everything else. So to be fair to all parties involved, everyone should be given the benefit of the doubt, I guess. But anyway, let's listen to the conversation, just a snippet of the conversation that took place between Will and Jada, and then I'll be back to give you my thoughts and opinions.
As time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, you know, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. Yeah. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not.
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened?
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship?
Yes, it was a relationship, absolutely. I was in a lot of pain, and I was very broken. Now, in the process of that relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself. And luckily enough, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help. He decided to break all communication with me, which was totally understandable. And I let that be and hadn't talked to him since.
You know, when Jada was trying to explain herself, I can imagine Will's legs just shaking underneath that table because he was so mad that she tried to break down the relationship that she had with August as an entanglement. And so Will had to force Jada to call it for what it really was. It wasn't an entanglement, it was a full-fledged relationship. So in my opinion, Jada was dancing a little bit, right? Beating around the bush as if she didn't want to call a spade a spade. Now, if you guys haven't seen the full video from last night, when Will and Jada was on the Red Table Talk, I encourage you to go to Facebook and look it up and look at the video in its entirety. because what I'm about to break down will make sense once you look at the whole video. Now, one of the points that I want to talk about from last night is the fact that when Jada brought up that she wanted to clear the air and debunk the rumor that Will actually gave August his consent to actually be with Jada, and Jada responded saying that no one can give anyone consent to be with her but her. Now, I do fully understand where she's coming from. She's actually owning, taking ownership of what happened between her and August, but the way she said it came off arrogant. It's almost like I did it because I wanted to. That's what I got from it. Because let's look at the situation. August met Jaden online. That's what the reports say. He met Jaden online. That's how they got close. And then ultimately, he met the Smith family, right? Jaden brought him around. So upon Jaden bringing August around, they noticed that August needed some help. August had been through some things in his childhood. He's lived a rough life. So they directed him to the right resources to get his life back on track. Now, August has slept in Will's house. He ate from Will's table. And so it's just so disrespectful, in my opinion, for Jada to sit up there and try to throw her empowerment around without having some level of contrite about the situation. Because ultimately, this man is 20 years younger than you, right? And this man slept in Will's house. And I'm pretty sure he spent some of Will's money, because Jada and Will did allude to the fact during the segment last night that they helped him. So of course they both banded together to make sure that they nursed this man back to health and get him to the right mindset and the right mental capacity that he needed to be to move forward. Now, I do want to say again, I understand that Jada is owning it, but it's how she came across. I think that she should have had a certain level of empathy attached to how she delivered it. Now, another part of this segment that disturbed me is when Will made a connection, or a comparison rather, to like Hillary and Bill Clinton, in a sense where he felt that they were at a press conference and he was just there to back his wife, while his wife just spilled her heart out and she's all apologetic about her past transgressions. Now, when Will said that to her, she came back with this. She said that she didn't see it as a past transgression. She thought it was something that she needed because it helped her and it made her discover a lot of things that she didn't know about herself. So you mean to tell me that you brought this young man around, helped this man, you saw that he needed help, Will was involved trying to get this man back to the mental capacity that he needed to be, because there was a lot of things that were going on with August at that time. All right. So what, you and Will are separated at that point. You're wrong, in my opinion, for dating someone that's not too much older than your son Jaden. I mean, we're talking 20 years apart, right? And so when you make an emotional connection with someone that's already vulnerable because of his past life experiences, and possibly had that man thinking that you and him could be together someday, and then you end up breaking this man's spirit because he sees that you're never ever going to leave Will, that man feels used. He feels used. And that's why August snitched on the relationship that he had with you, because he felt used. It's almost like, thank you for the emotional connection. Thank you for the intimacy, but I'm going back over here where the bag is. So what you have is a scorned lover in August. And so August feels compelled to tell the truth about the situation, to embarrass you and to embarrass Will, because you hurt his feelings. Now, I do want to say this though. Now, a lot of people are not bringing this up, but I thought about this. When August sat down with Angela Yee, let's make no mistake about it, that his album had just dropped. So I do believe that he was motivated to actually talk about this situation in order to increase album sales. So with you dating someone that's 20 years younger should be looked at as a past transgression. Also, you have blowed up the spot. You blown the cover. If you and Will were trying to hide the fact that you all were in an open marriage, now the individuals that Will could be dealing with could feel compelled to come out and tell their story and blow up the entire spot. So if you don't see this as a past transgression, Will does, because now you're messing with his brand, and Will is the brand. You're not the brand, Jada. Will is. Now, another part of the segment that really made me cringe is when Will asked her, like, Jada, why did you do it? And Jada said, well, first of all, she closed her eyes as if she started reminiscing of all the good times and all of the intimacy that she had with August. And she said, I just wanted to feel good. I haven't felt that good in a long time. To me, that was so disrespectful. It was so disrespectful because you're sitting across. I mean, let's just call it for what it is. They're married. Okay, I don't care what they label themselves. They're married. And Will looked hurt by this whole interview, by this whole situation. You know, a lot of people are saying they were acting. I genuinely think that Will is actually hurt by this situation. And truthfully speaking, I never thought that Jada loved Will like she loved Tupac. And see, that would have been a red flag for me anyway, because if you're married to someone that keeps telling you about the love that they have for someone else, I'm pretty sure that when Tupac unfortunately left this earth prematurely, that Jada was upset, and so upset to the point that it could have affected the intimacy between her and Will, because she's laying in bed thinking about Tupac. I'm just keeping it all the way 100, and I think that Will should have let her go a long time ago. And I really think that Will should divorce Jada over this. And ultimately, I think that a divorce is coming. I think Will is going to divorce Jada within a year because it's well deserved. Listen, Will is not perfect. He has his side pieces too. Let's just keep it all the way real. But the difference between Will and Jada is that Will's side pieces are not out here chirping and telling their business, right? They're defending his brand. Jada is making these crazy decisions that can hurt his brand. And again, I'm telling you all that Will is the brand and not Jada. But anyway, I could go on and on and on about this situation, but I'm gonna go ahead and pull the plug on this right now. I want to hear from you all. Drop down in the comments and let a brother know what you think about this entire situation. Drop down and give me your true thoughts and assessments. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.